Welcome to today's video. We are going to talk about baby colds and the fact that they never ever end. So ever since Isla started nursery, she has had cold after illness after cold. Now she's a lockdown baby. The nurseries are bad enough as they are, but for a lockdown baby whose immune system is playing catch up, it just seemed like it never ended and we never caught a break, and it was relentless. And there was a time that it was really getting to me. She was constantly ill. I thought I was doing something wrong. I wasn't doing something to help her, but it's just been a learning curve, and now we're in the full swing of dealing with her colds. Now I just want to say, none of this is meant to be taken as medical advice. I am not a medical professional. I am just telling you what I do to help my baby when they have a cold. So I came across this stuff in Asda's. This is the Little Angels range. It's the vapor bath. It smells like Vicks, or that eucalyptus kind of smell. I really like the smell. I think it smells really like spa-y and nice. It just reminds me of like airing things out. So I always put this in Isla's bath when she's got a cold, just to help steam her out, get all that like snot and mucus out of her. And it's really good for you as well if you're feeling a bit poorly or you've got a bit of a cold. This is really nice to put in the bath, and it's really cheap. It's Asda's, it's easy to get hold of. So I recommend next time you're in your local Asda's, just pick some of this up, put it in the cupboard for when you or your baby has a cold. So I picked up this vapor wax candle. I don't believe it's by the brand Vicks, but it smells like Vicks. It smells so good. So what I do is, an hour or so before Isla's due to go to bed, so maybe just before we start bath time, I light this candle, put it in her room, and then just shut the door so all the aromas can start filling her room, because obviously I'm not going to leave this on overnight. It smells amazing, and it is really quite a strong smell, so it's not one of those candles that smells good but when you light it you don't get anything out of it. I will link this down below, but I also think you can get this in B&M bargains as well, but I also got it off of Amazon. It's only a couple of quid and it's really good. Again, this is something that not only do I use for Isla, but I use for myself. So I said I like the candle, but I don't leave it on overnight because obviously that's dangerous. But you can get the Calpol vapor plug-in, which you can leave in overnight. And again, this is one of those eucalyptus smelling vapor pads. You just put it in there and you can plug it in the wall and leave it overnight. Again, this smells really nice. You can only use one of the pads like one night at a time, so it does become quite expensive doing it that way, but I think it's really nice, especially on those really ill days. The only annoying thing is that it's got a blue light on there and that can be quite bright, so if you try and hide that. But these are really handy for when they're not feeling very well. Next is a baby vapor rub. Now this is Vicks, but there is also like Snuffle Baby or different branded ones. I don't think it really matters as long as you get one that's quite nice to rub on their body, really helps them breathe and opens up. Obviously read the ages they are. I think this one's from 6 months plus. Other ones you might be able to use on a baby like pre-6 months, but I'm not too sure, so I just read the labels. But this is really good. I rub it all over Isla's chest and on her feet before she goes to bed, just to help her breathe throughout the night. Alba Oil for children. I used to put this in Isla's bath before I found the vapor bath, but this is really good for putting over pillows as well, and maybe giving her a bit of a handkerchief just to breathe it in a bit to help clear her out. I love Alba Oil. I'm a big user of it, and you can also get the baby stuff, so to make sure you get the baby stuff and not the adult stuff. So I think it's really important to keep on top of baby's vitamins and minerals. So in the morning I give Isla a drop of these Naturide mini drops. These are the multivitamin ones. They do have different ranges. That just goes in a milk. And then I either use the Sambacol Black Elderberry for Kids plus Vitamin C, or the elderberry soup with echinacea. I got this one off of Etsy, I'll link that down below. I use this as well. This echinacea and elderberry are meant to be fantastic for colds and flu-like symptoms, so I just give myself that as well as Isla. And just to add to taking medicines or vitamins, when Isla was first born, or quite newborn, she hated taking any kind of medication whatsoever, be it Calpol, Infocol, anything like that. So we got her one of the medicine dispenser dummies, and it was just such an easy way to dispense medicine or help her take medicine. And I did have my one here, but Isla's obviously got it and hidden it, so I can't show you, but I'll put a picture up here. And you just put the medicine in, and then you can put it in the baby's mouth, and the baby can either suck it out, or there's a little squeezer in there that you can squeeze the medicine into. So if your baby's a dummy baby and they're used to that, they'll probably be quite good at sucking it out. If they're not, then you can always put the dummy into the mouth and squeeze it in. It'll probably be a bit more pleasant than trying to get a syringe in their mouth. It might feel a bit more natural, but I highly recommend getting that if you've got a younger baby, a newborn that just hates taking medicine. I think one of the main problems with colds in babies is they can't blow their nose, they can't clear their nose and their airways, so they get blocked up, and then all the mucus goes down to the chest, so they get chesty. So I think it's really important to keep babies' nose as clean as possible. So when they're little, or when Isla was little, I used to use the Calpol saline nose drops. She didn't really like these, but then I came across the nasal spray, and this is actually from 1 year old, I believe, from birth to 3 years. And this is more of a mist spray up the nose, and I think it feels a lot better for babies than a proper drop. This is amazing. Isla's actually really good at having this squirted up her nose rather than this one, which she didn't like feeling like the drops down her nose. So I highly recommend getting some of this. This is the Sterima Breathe Easy Baby. So I'll link that down below. So as you can tell, there's a bit of a different setup for the rest of this video. I started filming, I think like 8 weeks ago, this video now. And then Isla got ill, Adam got ill, I got ill, and then 2 weeks later I got ill again, and I'm in my 2nd week of being ill now, and I just hadn't got around to finishing this video, and it's quite ironic that it's a cold video. Anyway, I did think, we're coming into April now, so is this video going to be appropriate? But there are such things as spring colds, especially if you've got a baby in nursery, so it never really ends. So I do hope you find this video useful. Please give it a thumbs up if you do, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I want to just bring you more helpful content. And as always, please seek medical advice if you have any concerns with babies, including high temperatures. Just call 111 or contact your GP or your care provider. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.